Hello, magical people. Welcome back to the Meg Moonbeam and Jens Pateo YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. We are here to talk about something very, very special. Jens and I are live once again. Jensie, how's it going?
I'm good. It's 11 o'clock here because I'm back in Belgium for the talk that I have to do on Sunday. So I'm still a little bit jet lagged, so it's pretty late for me, but I'm good.
Thank you so much for joining me. It's so funny when we do these videos together because we're a married couple. But actually, can we say our plan of what we're going to be doing moving forward? Not just about this retreat, but about videos?
That we're going to do a show together, weekly
Yes.
show together.
Yes, Jens and I are going to start doing a weekly show together. So stay tuned for that. We're very excited for that, where we'll cover different kind of topics, the astrology of countries, places, different topics, and our intuitive impressions and Jens's amazing conspiracy research knowledge as well. So stay tuned for that. But what are we going to talk about in today's special live stream?
We're going to talk about a retreat we're going to be doing in Algonquin Park in Canada, in Algonquin Provincial Park to be exact, in Ontario. It's about, a 3-hour drive from Toronto. And I'm very excited for it. I mean, we love to do, and you can speak more about that later, but we love to do in-person events. The first one we did was in England, a little less than a year ago, actually, which was amazing, which was a round trip. Maybe we can show some pictures a little bit later to give you guys a feel of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just amazing, and I just love the group things, the in-person events. I mean, online has its place, online work. I mean, I do online distance healing energy sessions, and I know it works. Energy doesn't know no time or distance, but there is something special when you come together physically with a group that just makes it more powerful, more in depth, more in the moment, and more immersive. And that's what I really love. That's what I've did 10 years ago, when I came out of my comfort zone, went to these spiritual retreats. Now I'm organizing them myself, and I know how much it brought me and how much it gave me, and I'm very passionate about organizing it and giving it to other people too.
Yeah, it definitely gave us a lot. Jens and I first met each other on an Egypt retreat that we were both in 2016. So not only when you go on spiritual wellness, mystical retreats, not only can you have amazing magical experiences, but you can even meet connections, friendships, lovers that are with you for the whole rest of your life. So it's very, very special. We've got MJ in the chat. Hello, MJ. In person with Soul Family. Oh my God, never knew what I was missing. Yes. And MJ, thank you for signing up. MJ is going to be joining us in the Algonquin retreat. So yeah, we want to talk a little bit about this for those of you who are interested in coming or haven't heard about it yet. This is an art poster that our beautiful soul sister, Sunny DeFrancesco, Sunny from Pluto, made for our upcoming retreat. And I believe Sunny will be attending. Isn't this poster so cool?
Yeah, it's really great. I love I love her style. I love how she does it, and I love like there's like a little bit of hint of 60s in there always, which I really kind of like.
Yeah, we've got the Sasquatch, one of our spirit animals, spirit guides. I've always felt very, very connected to the Sasquatch. And where we are going to be going, Algonquin Provincial Park in Ontario, Canada, is known for Sasquatch. And actually, during today's live stream, I want to share with you guys some of the best actual Sasquatch footage has come from Algonquin Park. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit the specifics about our retreat coming up. And if any of you guys have any questions about the retreat, this live stream is just all about it. We're going to be sharing some info. If you have any questions, we can answer your questions live. I'm actually feeling guided to start, Jensie, with how there's many people out there who have never been on a spiritual or a wellness retreat. And this may seem like a really foreign thing to do. You and I, we met on a retreat like this. We found our marriage partner on a retreat like this. But there's some people who have no one like-minded in their lives and have never experienced anything like this. And there might be some nervousness to come and attend something like this. What would you say if anybody's feeling drawn to coming on the retreat, or any spiritual retreat for that matter, but they're feeling a little bit nervous about it?
I would say get out of your comfort zone. because that's what I did. Like when you said, we met each other in 2016 in Egypt on a spiritual retreat, and I did spiritual retreats before that in Holland and Belgium, but I never went like to Egypt. That was I mean, I've traveled, but I never went alone on a spiritual trip, traveling with a group of people I didn't know, to Egypt. And it was getting out of my comfort zone at that time. What's going to happen. You share a room with somebody else that you don't know because it was shared room. So it's really out of your comfort zone. But I found that I really loved that traveling aspect, and that's what inspired me also to organize it myself. And I'm now organizing it with you. You're my wife now, so and we met on that. It's just amazing. If I wouldn't have done that trip, if I would have given into small voices, oh, it's too expensive, or oh, it's maybe next year. If I wouldn't have done that, maybe we wouldn't have all done this. I wouldn't have met you. So that trip was truly life changing. And my own life is the prime example of that. So it's always good to get out of your comfort zone. For people who like doubt, or who will have like that nagging voice, should I do it? Or that's like, sometimes we have these sabotaging voices, in our minds that want to, like, keep us from getting out of our comfort zone. But it has brought me so much, and that's the main thing I want to say. And also what I want to add secondly is that getting together with like-minded people, especially since what happens, I'm going to call it the health crisis, because we're on YouTube too, 4 years ago, it has become even more important, because there's like, we all know what happened 4 years ago, and it created a kind of a split a little bit. A lot of people didn't have any that were awake to what's happening, didn't have anybody to talk to. And when you're getting together in a group setting like this, you have all the people to talk to, because we're all basically on the same page. And even if of course we can have difference of opinion, we don't need to be all on the same page, but generally, it attracts more open-minded people that saw through the BS. I'm just going to be really honest here. And that's really also important to have that support, because there's a lot of people who are into the conspiracy, into the alternative, who have nobody to talk to. And when you meet, like, you truly meet like soul like minded family.
And it's really cool. That's making me think about the astrology of our Algonquin retreat right around the summer solstice. It's going to be the weekend after the summer solstice. It's going to be during Cancer season, and actually a new moon in Cancer with Jupiter in Cancer. And Cancer is the sign about family, soul family, feeling at home, nurturing, self-care. There's very positive astrology for when we're going to be doing this retreat. And I think it's going to be a feeling like coming home for many of us, and very supportive. So, and also because it's a new moon, guess what we're going to be able to do? Stargazing. And Yanzi, the last time, let me see if I can bring up a picture here, but the last time we were in Algonquin Park together was, when was that? October last year? Was it October?
I think so. I think it was pretty warm, so it wasn't like in the winter. It must have been, yeah, September or October.
And we did some of the best stargazing that we've actually ever done, right? So Algonquin Park and that whole area of Northern Ontario is very known for its stargazing. You can see the Milky Way galaxy very, very clearly. So that's one of the activities that we're going to be doing when we go up north, as we say in Canada. I can't find the picture here. Sorry, you guys. Oh, actually, maybe I can find the picture. One sec. I'm trying to bring it up on my Facebook. Do I have it? Do I have it? Do I have it? Yes, I do have it. So check this out. This was one of the pictures that I think actually Jens took the last time we were up in Algonquin Park. And wow, that is the Milky Way galaxy. And the picture shows it kind of clearly, but it's even more majestic and clear when you're there in real life. What was that like for you the last time we went up north and we saw the Milky Way that clear?
It was amazing, because I only had seen it once in my life before, and it was in France in the Ardèche like 20 years ago. And when it's just, I mean, even a picture doesn't do it justice. It's just when you see it, it's truly a dome, and it's like a dome in the sky. It's just so amazing to look at. It just gives such a sense of peace, and you're out in nature. I mean, the energy in Algonquin Park is amazing. It's so pristine, it's so pure. I mean, especially from the people from Europe, there is really nice nature in Europe, but there is nothing like these huge parks, like national parks or provincial parks, like they have in Canada and the US. Maybe the mountains in Switzerland come close, But it's just a totally different energy, and it's truly amazing.
And speaking of Europe, we already have, I think it's one person is going to be coming all the way from Europe onto the retreat, our very good friend Christophe. So we're going to be having people from all over the world coming to this retreat, which is really, really cool. Soul family all coming together. So should we go over our itinerary, Yenzi, for our retreat?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you guys can go to megmoonbeam.com, go to the top of the website page. Let's say you go to the homepage, you can click on the Summer Solstice Retreat tab at the top, and you'll get the full itinerary and information for the retreat. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us through the contact tab on my website or Jens's website, which should be in the description box of this video. If it's not, I'll put it there. And we got the full itinerary. So this is going to be from Friday, June 27th to Monday, June 30th, 2025, right after the summer solstice, which I want to ask you, Yancy, how you feel about the summer solstice. What does the summer solstice mean for you? For me personally, the summer solstice is a time of celebration, fun, creativity. In the Northern Hemisphere, it's the start of summer, and it very much feels natural and in alignment for me to spend as much time in nature as possible when we have the summer. And what better way to do that than with like-minded friends? What does the summer solstice time mean for you?
Yeah, absolutely the same thing. I mean, the summer is more a time of, because the days are so long, the summer solstice is actually the point when the day is the longest on Earth. Because after the summer solstice, it starts shortening again until we hit the winter solstice. So where the winter is a time of, introspection and reflection, generally, of course, you can do activities in the winter. I mean, it's like, for example, my birthday in the winter, and then it's active, but generally there's more specific accents. So, and the summer solstice really accentuates that the time of being outside, and you can also be in a contemplative mood, but it's more turned outward. So that's why we're also going to do lots of activities where we're going to enjoy the eye candy of the nature there, the beautiful energies, the stars, as you already said. So it will, although it will be a weekend filled with meditation, of course, we're going to tune inwards because it's a spiritual treat. We're going to do lots of those activities. We're also going to do lots of outgoing activities, which means, with a spiritual accent, of course, which means we can go watch the moose, we can kayak on the lake, all kinds of fun activities to do.
Yeah, the nature there is so much fun and so beautiful and world renowned. People come from all over the world to go see Algonquin Provincial Park in Northern Ontario. Again, here's the beautiful poster that Sunny made for us. Thank you so much, Sunny, for making that beautiful poster. And so what to expect? We're going to be doing daily meditations, activations, ceremonies, singing, and ecstatic dance at a completely private venue. Oh, didn't mention yet, where are we going to be doing this retreat? Northern Edge Retreat Center. This is an award-winning retreat center. If I'm not mistaken, it's the #1 most rated retreat center in Algonquin Park. We were very, very lucky because they're usually booked out like over a year, sometimes even 2 years in advance. And we were reaching out to them at the beginning of this Gregorian year, at the beginning of January 2025. Do you have any availability for this summer? And at first they didn't. And then they came back to us a few weeks later. We actually something opened up for the end of June. We also kept in mind, the bug season, you guys, up until beginning of June, there can be really bad bugs. So it's perfect because it's right after the bugs are going to be gone. Of course, there's always some mosquitoes when you go up north any time of year. But before the beginning of June, there can be black flies. It's not the best time. But so it's starting to be the really good time when we won't be as affected. There won't be the black flies. There will be some mosquitoes, which is to be expected. But we're so blessed that we got space for this place for this year. So that's telling me that this is definitely really meant to be. Murdoch says, do US residents need a passport for Canada? Yes. If you are American, you need a passport to be able to come up for Canada. So if you'd like to come to the retreat and you're American, you're going to need a passport for sure. Good question, Murdoch. So yeah, you can go to the Northern Edge, Northern Edge Algonquin.ca website to see how beautiful it is. And we'll just show you, let's see if we can show you some of their pictures over there. Facility and amenities. They've got a yoga, look at this, there's like a yoga deck where we're going to be doing some yoga and meditation right on the deck. There might be moose swimming by us, as there's many. The park is renowned for moose. We haven't seen a moose yet, but one of the things we're actually going to be doing during the retreat is a moose excursion. So there's said to be a family of moose that lives nearby. We're going to get to see some moose. We're going to get to see some beautiful wildlife. They have an award-winning chef there that's going to be cooking us healthy, local, nutritious meals. You know, the food is very important to us. We've got some Taurus in our chart, so we're going to take care of you guys with the food. Accommodations you can have, it will be more expensive if you want to have your own private room. We do suggest shared accommodations so that we can get as many people as possible that want to come on the retreat and have this experience. Campfire singing, it's an absolutely beautiful retreat center, and they've got a sauna, and they've got outside pizza party area. Trails. Look, there's one of the families of moose that we might be seeing while we're up there. So cute. And this is also a look from the water of the retreat center. They can do paddle boarding, canoeing, all kinds of stuff. So we'll look through a little bit more. Yes, MJ says, what a blessing indeed. It definitely is. Brow of Calm says, will the Sasquatch be making an appearance? We sure hope so. And it's something that we're going to be talking about. The Sasquatch, there's many Sasquatch and Bigfoot sightings in Algonquin Park. And actually, let me show you guys just one second exactly where it is on Google Maps that we're going to be going to the retreat center. It's not a touristy area of Algonquin Park. So Yenzi, when we went to Algonquin Park the last time in October, we were actually in kind of the more touristy part, right at the south of the park. But where we're going to be going, let me show this to you guys on Google Maps. It's right, can you see the Algonquin Park? It's right really in the northwest part. Algonquin Park is absolutely massive. So down here, the southern part near Muskoka, Halliburton, that's like the most touristy part. That's where Jens and I visited the last time when we were there in the fall. Up here where the Northern Edge Algonquin Retreat Center is, it's very quiet. There's not a lot of touristy. We're really going to be in the true wilderness for sure. So very, very exciting. Rewilding together. So yeah, we're going to be doing daily magical activities, stargazing, campfire, moose excursion, grounding, sound healing, meditation, connecting with like-hearted people from all over the world. The retreat is going to be from a Friday to a Monday, again, at an award-winning retreat center. And should we go over our tentative day-to-day itinerary as well?
Yeah, we can do a quick rundown, yeah.
Yeah, we'll give a quick rundown. Again, this is not a fixed schedule because Jens and I, we like to be in the present moment, work with the energy. Sometimes things kind of come up out of the blue and the plans can change. MJ says, looking forward to hearing the loons. MJ, such a good point. Up in Algonquin Park, you can hear a very special bird that we have. MJ, is it just local to Ontario or Canada? Let me know, because I feel like it is, but correct me if I'm wrong. The loons. Do you remember that we heard and saw a loon the last time we were up in Algonquin Park?
I don't.
Okay. Let me show a quick picture of a loon. It's a beautiful, magical looking bird with red eyes. And they make a very beautiful, calming sound that's very, very specific. So you'll definitely hear the loons again. Okay, so Friday, June 27th, we'll have arrivals starting at 2 p.m. at the retreat center. Arrivals and after orientation in the afternoon, and then we're going to have dinner, and then opening circle. There's a moose picture again. Then on Saturday, June 28th, for the Saturday, Sunday, and Monday of the retreat, there will be what we call an early riser option. So some people are definitely earlier risers than other people. You don't need to do the early riser program, but what's really interesting, and maybe Jens, you can speak to this too. I noticed that when we go out to the wilderness, when we are really out kind of in the middle of nowhere, I tend to wake up earlier than when we're at home. And I think that has to do with we're more in tune with the natural cycles of, you know, when the sun sets, we kind of go to bed closer to when the sun sets. And as the sun rises, we wake up with that sunrise time. Do you experience that?
Yes, absolutely. Every time I've been camping out, you just get more attuned to the natural cycles of the earth, and you go to sleep earlier because it gets dark, and then you just naturally rise earlier. And what I feel, even if I sleep less when I'm sleeping in the wilderness, I feel more reinvigorated because there is no Wi-Fi, no all these energies we now have in our modern world, or all the artificial lightning we have.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, that really makes a big difference.
Yeah, for sure. So for if anybody's an earlier riser on the Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, there's optional yoga, swimming, use of the sauna, which can be at any time. There's things for you to do. We'll have breakfast every day. All meals are provided. Moose excursion, lunch. We're going to do a special summer solstice ceremony, dinner, and then campfire drumming, wolf howling. I forgot to put in there Sasquatch calling. Okay, so we're going to be working with the Bigfoot, working with the spirit of the Sasquatch, which is a real being. I do feel that the Sasquatch are interdimensional, and that's why they haven't been fully like discovered by anyone. But we're going to be working with the energy and spirit. We'll discuss that more at the retreat, why they're very, very important and powerful spirit helpers. Then on Sunday, we'll do some canoeing, connecting with nature, meditation, ecstatic dance, sound bath meditation. I mean, it's going to be summer, which is the best time. We're literally going to be seeing the Milky Way like this. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited to be doing stargazing, and maybe we'll also do some UFO hunting. What do you think?
That sounds like a must do.
You're our UFO expert, so we'll have some fun. Then on Monday, that's going to be the last day. We'll do closing circle, chocolate and chanting, and then departures. Again, the schedule is subject to change based on what comes up in the moment. We do advise that you have travel insurance if you are coming from an international location. And should we talk, Yancy, a little bit about the transportation for going to the retreat center? Because it is kind of in the middle of nowhere. What we suggest?
Well, we can't go into detail now because that would be a little bit, but it's all on the website where you're showing. There is connection, when you're arriving in Toronto, because Toronto Pearson's is probably going to be the main airport for the people who don't drive, who don't live in the area or in Ontario,
Mhm.
and then they connect there. So they can take a bus, or they can, look out for, if you are registered in the retreat, we give you access to a chat group, and you can look for car sharing with people or whatever you want to do. So there's lots of options to consider.
Yeah, for sure. So if you are local to Ontario, then the easiest thing would be to drive yourself. We do have a Telegram group that we're going to be inviting everyone to pretty soon, so that if anyone does want to ride share, you guys can connect with each other, maybe drive up with each other. If you are coming from an international location, it is a 3-hour drive from Toronto Pearson International Airport to the retreat center. So you can either rent a car yourself or ride share with someone, connect to someone coming in the Telegram group. Won't be a problem at all. If you have any questions, you guys, about transportation or anything having to do with the website with the retreat, please reach out to us at megmoonbeam.com or janspateo.com as well. And MJ in the chat says, I can honestly say Meg and Jens are such great hosts, no ego. Well, thank you so much, MJ. That's so sweet of you. You say the activities and meditations will give you chills and help you connect to your higher self. Thank you so much. We love you and we really appreciate that. And we're so passionate about bringing like-minded people together and having these magical experiences in sacred places. And I do consider Algonquin Provincial Park to be a sacred space, very beautiful energy. And I just want to share a couple testimonials from some of our recent retreats that we did. We had our friends Jill and Steve join us when we went to England last year. And Jill and Steve said, as a part of our retreat, we bonded as a family and had some very magical ceremonies and gatherings together, along with many spiritual experiences. Most of all, it was a chance for all of us to let that inner child out again and laugh, relax, and just have a great time together. The accommodations were very nice, just as described by Meg and Jens, and our transportation throughout the trip was very clean and comfortable. If you want to experience the time of your life and do it with a wonderful soul family, then you will definitely want to sign up for the next retreat. Thank you so much, Jill and Steve. And there's a picture of our group from when we all went to England together. And also a testimonial from MJ. Thank you so much, MJ, for your very nice testimonial as well. So all this information about the retreat, the itinerary, you can find at megmoonbeam.com. Also the link to register. So if you would like to register and sign up, you click on the button here. This takes you directly to the Northern Edge Retreat Center sign up form. So you sign up directly with the retreat center. And again, to just mention the food, food can be accommodated to any kind of cuisine, food choices. If you're a carnivore, if you're a vegan, if you're a vegetarian. And the Northern Edge Retreat Center is very well known for their food. They've won awards, and it's all natural, local, organic ingredients. Are we missing anything? Is there anything we're missing?
I think that's it. I think we covered it all.
Okay. Does anybody in the chat have any questions about the retreat? Let us know if you do. And while we're waiting for that, let's just show, here's some pictures of Algonquin Park. It's beautiful in the fall when the foliage starts to change colors. Known for the moose, known for the amazing wildlife. It's a very big provincial park where we really are in the wilderness. It's just absolutely stunning. So excited to be going there with you guys. And let's share, should we share a couple videos of Sasquatch, Bigfoot sightings in Algonquin Park? Some of the best ever footage of Sasquatch has actually been taken in Algonquin Park. So this is a video from Squatch Me Now YouTube channel. The Algonquin Park sighting enhanced Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti cryptids. Let me bring this up in a different way so we can also hear the audio. Let's take a look at this. Did you see it? Yenzi, what do you think about that one? Real Sasquatch or not real Sasquatch?
I have no idea, but I believe in Sasquatch, so it might be real. Some are probably, maybe there's a few ones that are fake, but I think a lot of those are actually real because it has been reported so much all over Canada and the United States, and also especially in Algonquin Park, through sightings, through audio recordings, through video. The problem is when people see video, they automatically think it's fake. It's like a man in a suit, even with the famous tape. What was it? The Patterson-Gimlin tape, which has been analyzed by scientists, and they said this was no human in a suit because the way it walks and the dynamics of its body was totally different. People still don't believe it, so it's not going to convince anybody who is skeptical. But I know for a fact, I believe in my heart and soul that these beings truly do exist. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And one time, we don't mean to get too freaky, but there was one time where Jens and I were meditating together, and we actually saw each other's faces change into Sasquatch faces. And we were not on any plant medicine. We were completely sober, and we physically saw our faces change. So don't know what that was about. That was very interesting.
That was weird because it was so weird because I'm not really, I'm interested in Sasquatch, but I'm not really, like super fan of Sasquatch or was like researched into it or like, a squatcher, as they say in Canada and the US. So that was really weird to have that like experience. So maybe there's something there. I don't know.
Yeah. And Murdoch says, squatching, love it. We're definitely going to be doing some squatching when we're up north. And this is another very famous footage from Algonquin Park, Sasquatch captured on video by Ontario boaters. This is from Rocky Mountain Sasquatch YouTube channel. Let's take a look.
Sasquatch. There has been a lot of Bigfoot activity in Ontario, Canada recently, and there is also a long history of Bigfoot sightings in this wild, remote area. Recently, we have seen a lot of photos and videos of Bigfoot in the area. Here is one of the latest Bigfoot sightings captured by some boaters. I'll play it through and then I'll zoom in on the subject and then play it again at full speed and then slow it down so that we can get a better look at the Sasquatch-like subject on video. It appears the boaters are going closer to land to get a better look at what they just saw. When I replay this again, I want you to notice the camouflage color of the Bigfoot, the grass and the foliage on the ground. It's nearly the same color. Here's the original again. I'm going to play it forward and backwards for you, and then I'm going to zoom in on it.
Do you see it?
I do see it, yeah.
That looks pretty compelling if you ask me, because it's...
Here's the zoomed at normal speed, forwards and backwards. I didn't want to zoom too much. I didn't want it to get too pixelated.
It's brown all over. And it looks like a Sasquatch.
That thing is the same color as the undergrowth. If it laid down, you probably would not be able to see it unless you knew it was there. Just amazing camouflage.
Very interesting, you guys. So we are going to go to the land of, well, one of the lands of the Squatch, one of the beautiful nature areas of Canada. We've got Sunny in the chat. Good evening, Squatch Feet. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, if you'd like to sign up for our Soulful Summer Solstice Retreat in Algonquin Park, you can go to the link in the description box of this video on our channels. If you have any questions, you can contact us via our contact form on the Meg Moonbeam website, the Jens Pateo website as well. And we're very excited for this. It's just around the corner. It's just 2 months away. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Tim says, awesome, Michigan Dogman there too. Very interesting. Yeah, so lots of different cryptids and magical sacred places. Any closing remarks that you have to share?
No, I'm just very, very excited to be able, very honored to be able to do this, to be able to provide this to people. It's always, each retreat has a different theme, a different frequency, and it's also all about the energy, because we are there, in a very sacred place with like-minded people. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes. So wishing you all an absolutely beautiful day and rest of your weekend. And we will see you all very soon. Again, Jens and I are going to start doing some videos more often, the two of us. So stay tuned for that.
What's the theme of the video next week? Do we know already?
Next week, we're going to do a video, The Astrology of Europe.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, that's going to be a very interesting one. So thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Meg Moonbeam and Jens Pateo YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. Also, check out Sunny and I's recently released Cosmic Alignment Astro e-calendar for the natural year of 2025 to 2026 over at thescorplingshop.com. Link is in the description as well. It's a 77-page natural calendar with Sunny's beautiful graphic art, my astrological forecasting for the whole astrological year ahead. We also have astrological, I can't talk with this Mercury retrograde, sorry you guys, astrological crystal prescriptions available at thescorplingshop.com, among crystal juju, apparel, jewelry. So you can go check that out. And yeah, see you all very soon. Bye.
Bye.